Hi everyone, Grégoire Bosque here. I want to share a little story of things I've been digging up recently, and it's all about the complexity of communication because of the different definitions we all have of the words we're using. So I've been like really bumping into this like every time I'm getting my brain around communicating on social media. But recently, I started the introduction to the universal ways of oneness course, and it was pretty amazing because actually this is what those teaching and this course is all about. It's about like the ways of oneness, right? And each way is like a value or a notion, and it redefines that value and that notion. So the very first way, the way of responsibility for me, burst up so many things, and I was pretty amazed to find out that the definition I had of growth was encoded in my subconscious very differently. But we know that like it's happening like this most of the time. But there, like, I pretty much dedicated my whole life to spirituality, self-development, and growth. And so it's beautiful to find out that I had this inner child. And so working with the way of responsibility, I find out, whoa, there is some huge resistance in some very specific fields of responsibility, and I got to get in touch with this kid, like really stubborn about him not wanting to grow. Like, I don't want to grow, fucking no way. And so it was pretty amazing, like, wow. And to find out that it came from a beautiful intention to preserve his purity, this connection to his divinity, the playfulness. It was an attempt to preserve all that. And so I'm very grateful for this aspect of my inner child. And I've been training him, to reteaching him to that is confused about the notion of growth, and it doesn't need to be what he has been exemplified as a grown-up, as growing would mean. So yeah, it was really interesting. And again, I want to really come back to the ways of oneness, because those teaching, they go very like straight and directly to the root of everything. And so just by putting straight, clearing up the notion of responsibility. So responsibility from a oneness perspective, from the divine consciousness. This is not this, that, and that, and that. And this is actually what being responsible means, is that. And so once this is clear and you call in the way, it will bring up everything that's not in alignment with that. And oh boy, can it be huge. So I could not expect those this course to be so powerful. And I believe that this is something we should do pretty much every time, you know. Like, if I want to put something up in social media, I was putting my brain into like, okay, before I use the term heal, real growth, coach, I need to dedicate a special video specifically on the notion. And how I'm using this notion. What does that mean, and what it is not? Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time and attention.